Why, hello there, my name is Depth Charge 2030, and today I'm talking about Constantine, issue number 15. Take a look at this cover art, and holy crap, I like this art a lot, really. Right here, it's just, I don't think you can see it, but the outline of Constantine is detailed out with like small like paint. It's like paint and it's just brushed out and you could make out like every detail of him just there. And then you've got Graceful Moon in the background and I like it. I like it. It just looks like someone painted it like with actual paint, and that's cool. I love it. So let's jump right in and talk about the issue. And so the issue opens up in Hong Kong where this giant money golem just kills a man. And that's interesting. And so Constantine just walks in, he just picks up a piece of money that fell off the golem, and he's just like, it's my lucky day, while the dude's just stabbed on a flag over there, and it's freaking Constantine. I love it. And so Constantine, he's there to find Graceful Moon. Is it? Yeah, her name, the witch here. And so he's there to find her. And so she's holed up in a hotel. And then instantly, it's like all the bad luck numbers are non-existent here. There's no little floor with the lever, no floor level with the number 4. And so instantly it's like, oh, she's all about luck. This issue's about luck, kind of, and that's cool. And so then Constantine, he goes face to face with Graceful Moon, and she's like in an alternate dimension inside of the hotel that is somehow can just it's all crazy magic. Yeah. And so Graceful Moon, she's like, "Oh, hi, Constantine," and he's like, "Oh, this lady." And then she basically, what Graceful Moon is doing, she's stealing all the luck from the city around her to basically fuel her own power. And so Constantine, he's just like, okay, can you help me out here? Tell me what happened. Where did I learn this magic to kill my parents, basically? And so Graceful Moon, she just goes, oh, Sargon was birthed in magic. Zatar was raised by her father. You and me, Constantine, no, 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 we had to look elsewhere. And so he's just like, wait, are you saying the Cult of the Cold Flame had something to do with that? And then she's like, who's in the sword, referring to the Moonblade. And then we kind of cut over to Sargon the Sorceress. Well, she's just being like, oh, I found the article on the Moonblade in this book. And then I'm just forced to ask myself, so you left the Moonblade out for Constantine in issue 8, and you didn't know what it did. You're an idiot. And so then, I don't even remember this guy's name, Tanark. He just walks in, he just kills all of her acolytes, and is just like, you do not show weakness. Never. And then that happens. And then we go over back to Constantine, and what he's up to is basically he's just trying to live at this point. And so there's like an army of stone monkeys trying to kill him. We've got the money golem with an Oni mask. He's just like, kill, kill, kill. And so Constantine, he just manages to just vanish from view. And while Graceful Moon has the Moonblade, and so Constantine, he whips up a spell, and he just looks like some smug individual right here, and that's just so befitting of Constantine. While he's just like doing this whole graceful end to his whole master plan of finishing off Graceful Moon, and so basically he's just like, you've been sapping all the luck out of the city, but now what I did right now with my spell is just cancel you out for one brief second, and then instantly all of her magic just wavers off for a little bit, and then the city itself takes revenge on her, and it's just massive, and all this destruction happens, and so Graceful Moon, she's basically dead now, and Mystery's just like, thanks, Constantine, yeah, thanks for taking rid of this pesky student of mine from before. And Constantine is just like, you used me. And he's like, yeah. So Tenark did the whole thing with my family. He's like, yeah, yeah, good job. And then Constantine has this whole weird thing about looking into the future, and there's like the chains that bind the realms of whatever they've broken, and that's when the issue ends. So, what I think about it, the story itself, I like the story. It's an interesting idea. It's actually executed pretty well in the issue itself, better than what I've described. My only thing with the whole story is just like, again, Sargon, the sorceress in Tenark, left the knife there, the Moonblade knife, and they didn't know what it did. They're dumb. They're dumb. And then now, yeah, they're dumb. You don't do that, especially with Constantine. He will. He is the greatest con man in the DC universe. Okay, I don't care if he did do that whole thing. You should have known what it did, and yeah. And then the whole idea of the city itself coming back and just getting its revenge, I like that. That's brilliant. That's great. That's so out of the box. I never would have seen that, and I'm just like, this is an amazing idea. The art is done by Aiko, and I think this is the last issue he's doing for Constantine, and I'm sorry to say, but I'm sad to see him go from this point on, because he's at first he was like with me, but now he's grown on me, and it really shows his art style, or her art style. I don't know who Mako is, but basically the art style is really at its best when there's just so many things going on, and it just excellently portrays or conveys every moment of the event onto the panel, and it just all the detailing, it's amazing, and it's just great. So, what would I give this? I give this a 3.5 out of 5. Again, that whole thing with the Sargon thing, that's just too big of a plot hole to overlook. And it's like, oh, now I know what it does instead of before. That's just too big of a plot hole. Like, that just makes me not take the villains of the series. That just makes me just be like, you guys are idiots. How are you the enemies of the series? How are you the big bads? How? How are you alive? And so, yeah, it is a good issue, though. It really is. I love it. So my name is Depth Charge 2030. This has been my thoughts on Constantine issue number 15, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you, and take care.